Hey there, everyone. Welcome to the Bird's Nest Podcast. I'm Joe Donahue. Thank you so much for joining us. We are here on a beautiful Sunday afternoon out here in Mechanicsburg at Chapman Field, part of the Cumberland Valley School District and school system. And we're here because there is an opportunity to celebrate some players. Later on this evening will be the Pennsylvania Scholastic Football Coaches Association's Big 33 game, which will feature competitions from Team Pennsylvania as well as Team Maryland. It's all going to be high school seniors, and they're going to compete for the title this year. Additionally, for the first time, there is a flag football competition, a girls' flag football competition going on this weekend, sponsored by the NFL and NFL Flag. 4 area teams, including the Philadelphia Eagles, had the opportunity to sponsor a team to compete in this tournament. For high school athletes in the Pennsylvania and Maryland area, this weekend is their Super Bowl. Seniors from high schools across both states played in their last high school game before going off to college. The PSFCA makes a weekend out of the game, with lots of community activities during Memorial Day weekend, and for the first time, a flag football tournament. Teams of high school seniors sponsored by the Washington Commanders, Baltimore Ravens, Pittsburgh Steelers, and the Philadelphia Eagles competed for the championship title. Dan Levy, Youth Football and Community Relations Manager for the Philadelphia Eagles, talked about how important it was to sponsor a flag football team in this inaugural tournament.
We've been involved with the Big 33 game for about as long as it's been going on here, but man, what a weekend it is being part with the girls flag football. Really special to see our team out here, a collection of girls from our league that have been playing so hard, working so hard to accomplish this, and to have them celebrated at the highest level, just like they have here at the Super Bowl football. A really fun moment.
The Philadelphia Eagles won the flag football game, but as Coach Tim Quinn mentioned after the game, win or lose, history would be made.
Big 33 is the Super Bowl of All-Star games. It has such a great history to it, and now to have girls flag in it, it provides every girl in this state, in the state of Maryland, an opportunity to see girls who have done it before them. Now they have something to aspire to.
Flag football is growing in popularity, and some players, like Krista Quinn, are even going to play flag football in college.
I'm going to Milligan University in Tennessee on a full ride for football. I had a few places I was looking at, but my older sister, Caitlin, shout out Caitlin, she plays there and she's had an amazing time. And I didn't really want to go to Florida, so Tennessee it is.
It was a close game in the end. The Eagles dominated the Steelers in the championship game's first half, going into halftime 14-0. In the second half, though, the Steelers came back, including getting a crucial interception, and the Eagles had to hang on in the end for a victory, 20-15.
The game got a little too close for me, to be honest, but it was incredible. It was incredible. When we went up 2 touchdowns, then we knew that the game would be a little tougher to come back in, and we really got so excited to finally win. We were just trying to run out the clock at the end and hold on, so it was great.
Now for the players, it was an exhilarating experience.
It was really cool. I love seeing all the new events that they bring. Thank you to the Eagles and Big 33 for bringing this. It's just really cool to see it all pay off because I've been doing this for a few years now. So it really pays off for me and my family.
Today's all about these girls that are wearing Eagles uniforms. They're our team for today, and we're really proud of them.
Certainly the hope for the future of flag football was present among those at the game. In addition to flag football being an Olympic sport in 4 years, when the Summer Olympics comes to Los Angeles, the Pennsylvania Interscholastic Athletic Association, which governs high school sports throughout the entire state of Pennsylvania, is considering adding flag football as an official girls' high school sport.
Yeah, we're hopeful that girls flag football is going to be a state-sanctioned sport here in Pennsylvania in the next couple of years, hopefully sooner than that. We're hopeful for the same thing in New Jersey, and we're thinking about the same thing in other markets as well. So we're just trying to provide as many opportunities for girls to play as they want to, and we know they want to, so we're going to provide as many opportunities as we can for them.
As the Eagles rode off into the sunset with the flag football victory, the main event was about to get underway. An all-star game that has featured players like Tony Dorsett, Jim Kelly, Dan Marino, Joe Montana, and Joe Namath. Team Pennsylvania and Team Maryland's senior high school football all-stars needed to compete for the title in the Big 33 PSFCA championship. Players were selected for the game back in March and had regular team meetings until they got closer to the game.
The players, the offensive plan that we wanted to do is totally different than what they've probably done. Similar, but the schemes, the calls, and the coaches. You know what I mean? They call this and they embrace what we wanted to do, and that's what you get when you have a lot of cooperation.
When they were hosted by families local to Cumberland Valley High School. This is a unique hospitality element that stood out to star receiver Tyshir Denmark from Imhotep Charter in Philly.
Like a good big impact for me, like being able to be with our host families, chill, relax, and then be around people and just be yourself. So it was like a big accomplishment for me. I feel like I accomplished something very big.
Each football team was joined by buddies, individuals who have special needs, who were paired with players and cheerleaders. The buddies got the chance to perform during the halftime show and even assisted with coin toss.
They're going to take those for a lifetime. All of our players said, how their host families treated them so good, and you saw tears, in their eyes, that some of them just departed, and and the buddies, the buddies were so inspiring yesterday at an afternoon event, and then in the evening event we had recognition ceremony. And those buddies had so much energy. They say Big 33 is more than a game. It truly is.
Much like the girls' flag football game that preceded it, Pennsylvania got out to a fast start and dominated the first half, scoring a whopping 31 points while the defense completely shut Maryland down. The game went into halftime 31-0.
For sure. I mean, that's, the line blocking for Hayden and Alex to go up top to Tyshir. I mean, he had, 3 touchdowns in the first half. He was going crazy.
That was the end of scoring for Pennsylvania. After halftime, neither team could really get anything going to start the third quarter. Now, Maryland was able to march down the field and ended their shutout with 5:57 left in the third, putting 7 points on the board. With an interception on the next drive, the momentum seemed to go in their favor, but it was too little too late for Team Maryland as Team PA took the victory home by a final score of 31-7.
Yeah, I think they're going to take this memory for a long time. There's probably a Super Bowl player, someday from Maryland. Hats off to Maryland. Their coaches were great all week. We greeted their players as we greeted our own players coming into the locker rooms. Maryland come in the same tunnels and the gates. So they got some great young men on the Maryland football roster, great coaches, Coach Steve, and we had a chance to have socials with them each and every day, throughout the week.
So there you have it, a weekend to celebrate the sport of football as well as its future. The players who were competing on the field at the Big 33 Classic, or those who were participating in the flag football girls competition that occurred before the game. This is a weekend to celebrate the future of the sport. And wherever the seniors who participated in any of the games this weekend are going, they will have impactful experiences that will help fuel their football careers and more. So thank you so much to everybody for tuning into the Bird's Nest Podcast. You can support the Bird's Nest Podcast by liking and subscribing to Bird's Nest Media right here on YouTube, as well as by sharing to your social media pages. You can also find us on SoundCloud, iTunes, Google Play Music, Amazon Podcasts, and Spotify. Please visit birdsnestmedia.com for additional Eagles coverage. And if you feel so inclined to support us in a different way, you can find the link to our Patreon in the description below or at birdsnestmedia.com. Thank you so much for tuning in. Congratulations to all of the players this weekend, and especially to Team Pennsylvania on their victory and Team Philadelphia Eagles on their victory. And as always, let's go Eagles.